Around the world, people are lighting up the sky with fireworks and dressing up their homes with colorful decor and candles. It's Diwali, the festival of lights. The word Diwali was inspired from a Sanskrit word called Deepawali, which means rows of lit lamps. And that's why Diwali is known as the Festival of Lights. The 5-day festival is celebrated every fall by Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and some Buddhists. Hindus celebrate Diwali to rejoice Lord Ram's return home after being exiled for 14 years and defeating a king known as Ravan. Jains celebrate the festival to mark the spiritual awakening of their lord Mahavira. Sikhs celebrate Diwali to commemorate their spiritual leader Guru Har Govind's return to Amritsar, a city in northern India, after being imprisoned. And some Buddhists celebrate the festival to honor their emperor Ashoka's decision to follow a path of peace and converting to Buddhism, after witnessing a lot of killings. Although these 4 religions have different reasons for celebrating Diwali, what they all have in common is the concept of new beginnings, light over darkness, and good over evil. Diwali is celebrated with prayers, fireworks, candles lit inside of clay pots, rangolis, which are colored patterns drawn on the ground with colored rice or powder, and it's also a good reason to invite friends and family over for
Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Raka Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone, and salutations to all the sincere camp. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh. And which I want to go into is a Hindu, Elamite holiday, high holiday called Diwali. And just in case you actually didn't know, I'm currently in India right now, trying to help a family member with their medical, issues. I'm in the hospital, taking care of them. And since I've been in India for almost 3 months now, and recently the people around here, right, the Lamites, they started talking about this high holiday that they're about to celebrate, the festival, and they call it Diwali. Diwali. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but that's what they call it, Diwali. And this is what you have right here. So this Diwali is from Friday, the 10th of November, 2023, up until Tuesday, the 14th of November, 2023. Right, and the reason why I'm even talking about this high holiday is mainly because all these pagan religions, whether it's your Wakitaki plantation Christianity or the Greeks or the Romans and all the various heathen cultures and customs. They have these celebrations that they usually do during the what they call it, the winter solstice, right? They have a celebration that they usually do during the winter solstice to commemorate, because what the winter solstice is the basically considered the darkest period of the year. Okay, so that's when that's when you have well, let me just go to that. Let me just go to that. So you have shorter days and longer nights. And if you've noticed, the sun, the sundown are coming earlier than usual, right? So this is timeanddates.com. And I'm not going to look for the moon cycle, the solar cycle, not the moon cycle. The solar cycle now to know here it is sunrise and sunset, just to show you what I'm talking about, because as we are getting closer to the end of the year, the end of the Gregorian calendar, November, December, you're going to see that sundown, right, sunset comes earlier and earlier. So let me look for that. Sunset, sunset, sunset. Here it is. I don't know why I'm already open. It's already open, but I don't know why it's not showing the sundown, sunrise and sunset that it's supposed to show. That's strange. It's not showing it. I don't understand. No, it's supposed to show the sunrise and sunsets, but not showing anything here. Let me try to refresh. Yeah, it's still not showing it. Mm, let me try this. Another one is the watch to show this. I'm not seeing it. It's going on. It's like it has to be with me. This time and date is messing up a little bit now. You know what? Let me just type it. in. Okay, now you've gotten it. I have to put in a date first. Okay, so yeah, and this is the time and date. This is the app I usually use to check for the sunrise and sunset whatever city that I am in. So like you can see it right here. This is for the month of November, right? So sunrise is 6:38 and sunset is 6:05. That is in the evening, right? 6:05 p.m. in the evening. And as you go on down, you progress on down, you see that the sunset is coming in earlier and earlier. So you have the sunset starting at the 1st of November, 6:05 p.m. And by the end of November, that is the 30th, you have it coming at 5:59 p.m. And if we go to December, you see the same thing where the sunset just keeps on coming in earlier and earlier and earlier in the evening. And that's usually that's usually how you know it works towards the end of the year because I'm approaching the winter solstice. And I've already done a video on what a solstice is. A solstice is basically shorter days and longer nights, right? So it comes darker earlier during the solstice. And then eventually, if you go into the new year, let me see that, let me check that out real quick. If you go into the new year, it starts to become, it's hold on, as like I was saying, if you go into the new year, let me go to that. Okay, all right, so we are here. And like I was saying, if you go into the new year, so this is January 2024, right? The days start to get longer and longer, and the nights start to become short or reduce, or it's like the sunset starts to come in, a little bit later. Because if you see the sunrise time, right, even though the sunset time is getting later, the sunrise time is also getting later as well. So ultimately, the day length is still pretty much the same. But you see the sunset is becoming, later and later. So from 6:12 on the 1st of January to 6:30 on the 31st of January, right? And that's because of the winter solstice, the darkest period of the year. And you had a lot of these pagan cultures that believe that, during this period represented a transition. And that's why you have December, right? This period that we're in being the end of the year. Because realistically speaking, the end and the beginning of the year should really come in more in the spring, right? And I don't really know the four seasons too well because I'm not really into that. Because that's not really the period. Actually, that's not really the how do I put it, the climate that I'm used to, in Africa, in Nigeria, we had rainy season and dry season. Even here in India as well, I think it's the same thing. I don't know how slow it's just rainy season and dry season. So, during the rainy season, or rather during the dry season, when you have Hamatan coming in. That's January all up to April, and then you have the rainy season from June, July on down, right? So as I was saying, the new year usually comes in spring when all the plants start to come back to life, right? Starts to bloom again, where everything starts to come back to life, or when the snow and everything clears up, right? So this is the going into the Diwali 2023. Deepawali is the festival of lights and lamps. This is one of the major festivals of Hindus, which is celebrated across the country with great grandeur and enthusiasm. And like I said, this is a winter solstice Christmas-like festival. All these different cultures, they have their various examples of this, right? Saturnalia, Christmas, um, this Deepawali, and various other that I'm not remembering. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. You, different cultures have their different celebrations during this period, and really what this period is to commemorate the winter solstice and coming out of the darkest period of the year. And I've already said all this before, right? But I just want to make sure that the point I'm trying to make is coming across. You're coming out of the darkest period during the year into a new period, with basically into new period, a new light, and it's all symbolic like that. You're coming out of darkness into light, and that's how the reason why you see the end of, like I said, the end of the year coming in December and the beginning of the year coming in January, because it's really to commemorate the Greek gods, Janus. And that's something to go into when the new year comes around. Not really, all hell breaks loose by then. Not really. You know what I'm talking about. But continuing on, Deepawali is the festival of joy and happiness. As per Drik Pachang, Deepawali festival is celebrated on Ama, Amavasaya Tithi of Kartik month. This year, Hindu community is ready to celebrate the Festival of Lights on November 12th, 2023. Right, so they are showing you the time period in which it begins. And if you go into the winter solstice, right, I believe the winter solstice really begins in it's the same period. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is when the winter solstice is Friday to the second. Okay. Where I believe the winter solstice is during the same period, throughout November all the way to December, right? So let me see if I can. But the main winter solstice is in December. Let me continue reading. Okay, yeah. That's okay. That's basically all that is here. It doesn't give you the okay, here it is. Deepawali holds a great significance among Hindus. Diwali is considered to be one of the most important festivals of lights. Deepawali signifies the triumph of light over darkness. People celebrate this festival for 5 long days, and there is a lot to learn from these festivals. The Festival of Lights celebrated widely across the country. On this propitious day, Mahalakshmi is worshipped. The great devotion and dedication. It is believed that Mahalakshmi visits on earth and all these things that we just reading it just to get the context. But this is really important. So let me try and jump down to figure out, the what we're actually looking for. Okay, what we're actually looking for. Uh, the I know what I wanted to try and get the origin and the reason why they celebrate this Diwali because I've already linked a video at the beginning of this video, right, to show you all that. So let's just get the precepts, right? Because we know this is a pagan high holy day, right? This is a wicked high holy day, okay, and it's not to be celebrated by our people. And realistically, it's not to be celebrated at all because it's just wickedness. It is commemorating idol gods, which is against the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, and the order and the Most High Yahweh has set up upon the earth. Jeremiah 10, verse 2, Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them, right? And the reason why you have them celebrating this Diwali in the first place is because of, this solstice period that we're in right now, where you have longer nights, right? Because what it's supposed to represent is, going from the darkness into the light or something along those lines. So let's get another precept because you have these celebrations to commemorate different idol gods, okay, which are no gods. Let's get that. Let me start from here. Let me start from here. Then we'll go. Then we'll jump down. Then we'll jump to the next one I went into, which are no gods, right? So Psalms 96 verse 5. For all the powers of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. And let's go to the next one, which is let's see if I can remember where this concept is at. Okay, it should be it right here. Oh wait, hold on. This I don't think that is it. Hold on. Let me look for it in the KJV. Yeah, it is. This is exactly what I was looking for. Jeremiah 2 verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods, but my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. Right, because even here in India, when you see all these people out here, right, they have this devotion to their idols. You may see their shrines everywhere, and I'm not really, it's not like I'm in the India where it's really like rural and everybody that is there is all Elamites. I'm in the city, right, where all the foreigners are. You see different Africans, you see different Jakes, you see Hamites, you see Edomites, and you see people from all different nations. Moab and Ammon even coming and moving around here, but we still have these people, right? These Ishmaelites, not Israelites, but these Elamites, have they slap their shrines out. They slap the little shrines, in their different shops that they are really dedicated to these idols. Even this hospital that I'm in right now, there was a time, like a few months back, because I've been here for a while, that they actually set up a shrine in the reception of the hospital. And they are going down there to, pray to it, man. And that shows you that our people are really messed up because you have the hidden and are so devoted to their idols, even though they aren't real powers. But here we have the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is so nigh unto us. But you basically have to break Jake's, you know. But Jake out here would rather die in their wickedness than serve the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Let's continue reading. Now Jeremiah 2 verse 11. Jeremiah 2 verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith Yahweh. Because once you realize what our people are doing, they are rejecting the Most High Yahweh. This is a very chilling thing, right? It's a very difficult thing to understand, to really grasp. Okay, even to now, even though you understand, you see how people being wicked, you still can't understand why they just can't get it, right? You see Jake in their wickedness, you're just trying to, why can't you get it? It's right there. The truth is right there. Why can't our people see it? Kind of situation. That's the kind of thinking they are in. But we know that the Most High has put that stumbling upon our people. But back to the main point, which is that this is a hidden holiday, right? And just them doing a quick video on it because the spiritual jumped on me to say something, say a word or two, a thing or two about it because it's coming into, and it's also about different high holidays that you have during this period in order to commemorate different idols, right? And when the time rolls about, you still do another one about the what holiday. So with that, I'll end the video right there. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh, Ba'asham Rakah, Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal Shalom. And the holiday I'm talking about is Christmas. We'll still do another video about it. Anyway, Shalom.